Should have cleaned my bike before the video. My bike broke. POLYGON 2022 T7. Not that bad, but it broke. So what happened? Leave work. Had the bike for about 2 weeks. Crank arm just fell off. Not doing anything fancy, just riding on a flat surface. Yeah, once I got home, a little bit further investigation, it looks like there's a safety plate or a locating plate, and it's got a little pin on it that locates in a little hole here. I think it was never installed properly from the factory. That's the plate, not good. I spoke to Bikes Online, sent them some photos, a little bit of a muck around, 3 or 4 emails. They have a protocol to follow, but they honoured their warranty. They sent me out a replacement. Pro wheel, new crankset. So that's got the lower bracket and crankset. Problem is, they send it out, you have to install it yourself. Or you can go to a bike shop at your own cost. I don't think it's the best solution. I think they should really be covering the cost of the install. But as you'll see, I'll do it myself. Just one thing you'll need, bottom bracket wrench. So this should just pull out. Might have to give it a bit of a tap. I actually had the hammer ready for a tap, but didn't need it. Hopefully the new crankset is a lot better quality. How's that? It's snapped all the way through. It's a real flimsy plastic part. Just greasing the lower bracket just to help with lubrication. Also to help keep the moisture out. The replacement crankset. Pro wheel, I don't know anything about them. Hopefully they're as good as the name. It's a little bit more sturdy, probably 2 to 3 times the thickness of the Shimano one supplied with the bike. Hopefully it's better quality. I don't know if all of them come like that. One will have an R and one will have an L with a little arrow, what way to turn it. Once again, some grease. It's good to see with this crankset, there's no locating plate or safety plate. It's just a more chunkier teeth for it to bite on. Remember, crank arms, 180 degrees to each other. One up, one down. I put the 2 spacers in. It's not made in 100%, so I'm going to take both spacers out. Crank arm applicator supplied with the crankset, just to drive that non-chain wheel end, which is your left side, all the way home. So the issue with the Shimano crankset that's supplied with the bike is the safety plate or the locating plate snapped in half. This generally has a pin that comes out the top here that locates in the spline in that hole, which holds the crank arm on. Not a very good design. very small teeth. Very small teeth. Ultimately, I don't know if it wasn't installed properly or it's just a bad design, but it broke and the crank arm fell off while I was riding. When removing, I found the lower bracket had a crack all the way through it. That line there is a crack. Not a very good design. This really thin material, I can actually crush it with my fingers. The new one would have to be 2 to 3 times as thick. The new one also has a third of the amount of teeth, but a lot meatier, chunkier teeth that should actually hold the crankset together. Overall opinion of the T7 2022, not as impressed and happy as when I first bought it. Still a good bike for the price, but there's issues. Since my crank arm fell off, I've been going online on forums. I've also posted on a Facebook Polygon page. Within 24 hours, there's about 10 other people that replied with the same issue. Not everyone's been as lucky as me, where Bikes Online have supplied a replacement crankset. Hey, you guys want to hear the most annoying noise?